Hello and welcome to Mollie's Motif. This is Emily and I'm going to be putting together another card. This time the challenges I'm working on are Die Cut and Divas and an Inky Situation. They both have issued challenges this week to use a teddy bear in your project, and so I'm going to be putting together a Thanksgiving card that has the cute little Indian bear from Create-A-Critter 2. And she's found on page 64. Just the cute little Indian bear. And if you don't have Create-A-Critter 2, this one, I did not think that Create-A-Critter could have gotten any cuter, but they figured out a way to make it cuter, and there's just so many fun cuts on this cartridge and a lot more holidays than the original Create-A-Critter. So if you don't have this one, I would recommend picking it up because it's way too cute to pass up. So anyway, this is the little bear that I'm making, and I basically followed the handbook with my cuts, and this is how she turned out, and I think she's just really cute. So this is the cut that I'm going to be using, and then I'm also going to be following the Mojo Monday layout, the sketch that they have going on this week. And so I just basically have an A2 card, the standard A2, in kind of an artichoke green. And all my cardstock, it just comes from Michael's or Hobby Lobby, so there's not really any fancy names for them. So I've got kind of this avocado green and then a marigold yellow, which I think is really just fun for fall, those two colors. And then that's my secondary mat. And then I have a burgundy color mat that I did run through an embossing folder. This is the Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby, and it's just called Leaves. And I picked that one up a few weeks ago and I haven't used it yet, and I thought this would be perfect time to use it. So this is the embossing folder that I used, and if you can see, it's just really pretty. I just really like it. I love fall. So that'll be my the next mat. And then following the sketch from Mojo Monday, I just cut out of this pattern paper. This is 3x3, and then I just cut a mat to go behind it, and that'll just go in the center of my card. And my pattern paper, it comes from Doodlebug Design, Happy Harvest, and I love this paper pack. I got it from Teresa, the Scrapbooking Queen, on Facebook. Just ordered it from her as soon as she posted that on Facebook. I was like, I have to have that paper pad. So that's where my paper comes from. And then I've got another piece of that green that I just cut it's 1 by 3, 1 inch by 3 inches. And then I have some more pattern paper. It's a marigold polka dot. I don't know if you can see that, but I just cut that one just to go on top. And I believe it's 4 inches long by like a ½ inch, and then I just notched the ends. So that'll just fit right on there. And that also comes from the Happy Harvest Doodlebug paper pad. And then my little bear, I'll pop up on some foam tape and put her down here in the corner. And then for my sentiment, I just cut out some. And this is probably totally old school, but I was so excited when I went to Hobby Lobby this week. They had a 50% off all their Paper Studio products, and so I got these for $1. I think I got one of every single one that they had on the shelf, because they were only $1. And so these scissors are totally old school, but I don't care. I like the edges that they give. They're a quick, easy edge for sentiments and small pieces. So I'll pop that up on some foam tape and put that up at the top. And that stamp comes from Studio 112. It was $1 at Joann's. I think it was Joann's. Yeah, it was $1 there. And there's the fun turkey and then the give thanks. And I really like the font and the design on that stamp. And I used my Color Box Chestnut Pigment ink that I've had forever. That's my favorite. I love brown. So that's where my sentiment comes from. So I'll go ahead and get this all put together, and come back and show you how the inside and how the finished card looks. Okay, so here's my finished card. I decided to go ahead and ink around my edges. I haven't done inking for a while, and so I just pulled out my Tim Holtz Tea-Dye Distress ink and my makeup sponge, because I don't have a fancy tool. So, and this works fine for me to go around my edges. And I just like the look of that a little bit better than what it was looking like before. And then I popped up my mat on one thickness of foam tape, the 3x3 mat. I popped that one up on some foam tape, and then my teddy bear and my sentiment are also popped up on some foam tape. But to make it flush, I did have to put 2 thicknesses of foam tape at the bottom of the bear and the top of the sentiment, just to make it so that it would be even, if that makes sense. And then the inside, I just went ahead and cut another mat to write a little message, and I went around again with my zigzag new $1 Hobby Lobby scissors and went around the mat, and I inked that up pretty good. And then from Recollections over at Michael's, I picked up this leaf punch. I think it was $1 or $1.50. But I picked that one up and just punched out a bunch of teeny leaves and glued those down with my Zig 2-way pen. And yeah, I just really like the look of this card. The inking, I think, just made it kind of give it a new personality. So I was happy with that decision. And like I said, I'm going to be linking this card up over at Die Cuttin' Divas and an Inky Situation. Those challenge blogs have issued the challenge to use a teddy bear. So, and I'm excited that I've got a Thanksgiving card all ready to go. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. I would appreciate any comments or feedback. And you can always check my blog out at molliemugsblog.blogspot.com. And we will catch you next time.